what's up? Mark here from WayCoolNews.net, giving you another very exciting toy review. Today we're going to be taking a look at ET Galactic Friend version from Series 1 of NECA's ET the Extraterrestrial line. This year marks 30 years since the release of this iconic sci-fi family movie, and NECA helps us celebrate that by releasing a brand new line of collectible figures. At the top of the packaging, you can see the familiar softly glowing ET the Extraterrestrial title text. Just below that, the artwork in the background behind ET features a woodsy star-filled sky with the bright glow from ET's ship coming to take him home. ET comes housed inside the clear plastic clamshell packaging NECA is commonly known for using, which is just a bit wider than the packaging used for other NECA releases. ET comes packaged with the included white towel already wrapped around him. To the left of ET's head, you can see a bag of unlicensed candy. It appears as though Reese's opted not to lend their logo to NECA. However, based on the shape and color of the candy, the likeness is still very apparent. There is a circular recessed area to the right of ET's head, made specifically to house the sticker that advertises the interchangeable neck feature. We'll take a look at that feature a bit later. The insert at the very front of the packaging features the iconic image of ET's glowing fingertip reaching out with healing powers towards Elliot's. Just to the left, stating what version of ET this is, comes the Galactic Friend ET title. The back of the packaging features a portrait of ET with his healing finger extended towards us. Below that, NECA briefly reminds us of all the magical and exciting moments we shared with ET and how we can relive and now create our own unforgettable adventures with him as well. Also advertised at the bottom are other great ET collectibles from this line, including Night Flight ET, Telepathic ET, and Dress Up ET. I have to say, I am completely blown away by how detailed and accurate to the film ET's head sculpt is. NECA makes it so easy to say, but they have done it again. NECA has perfectly captured the wrinkling in ET's face. It almost has this sort of elephant skin-like quality to it. Looking textured and tough, each wrinkle seems to have its own unique bit of character. The direction and shape of each wrinkle in the face help define and illustrate the facial structure of ET. Not at all lacking in capturing the sincere expression of ET, the sculpt work in the mouth gives way to a very subtle smile. Also helping bring out the magical and lovable qualities of ET, the eyes are realistically painted in a bright blue, with a small glint of light. Not to be completely upstaged, the paintwork in the body just seems to mount on top of the other already seemingly perfect qualities of this figure. The skin tone appears to be one consistent light brown, while the shading perfectly helps accent the unique texture of the skin through a mix of browns and grays. NECA's sculpt work in the body continues to uphold the accuracy to the film, with such features as the sagging of ET's chest, bulbous stomach, and deep wrinkling in the underbelly, along with the almost dry, craggy looking texture on ET's back. Finishing off the amazingly sculpted anatomy of ET, the three-toed feet are once again perfectly etched in deeply shaded wrinkles. This Galactic Friend version of ET includes a white towel that wraps around the upper torso. The towel is made of a thin, pliable plastic and appears to be painted a solid white. It can be easily removed by releasing the plastic tabs from the accompanying holes in the front. The towel does tend to limit the articulation in some areas. One initial downside to the towel accessory is paint separation. Some of the white paint on the inside of the towel has instead rubbed off onto the shoulders of ET, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think it would be completely unwarranted to get angry over such a minor imperfection. I can only hope that NECA sees and makes the appropriate changes to avoid this type of situation in the future. An interchangeable longer neck was also included with this figure. NECA put forth a great amount of thought for its consumer, and I appreciate that. However, this interchangeable neck piece can pose a bit of a challenge at times. Often stressful and frustrating, this longer neck piece does not want to interchange so easily. So if you're somebody who gets quickly frustrated, then you might want to consider what neck you like to display ET with for a longer duration.
Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation now. Starting with the top of the neck, it operates on a ball joint, which allows the head to do an upward and downward motion, as well as a left to right tilt, and a full rotation all the way around. Now, the bottom of the neck also operates on a ball joint, so it can too do a full rotation, as well as a left to right, and a back and forth. A very wide range of motion in the neck and head. Now the shoulder can do an outward motion that goes about to this point. It can also do a full rotation here. The elbow has a single jointed bend and a swivel. The wrist too has a swivel. Now from there you pretty much go down into the feet, which operate on ball joints. And they can go back and forth, left to right tilt, and a full rotation. So no matter what surface you place ET on, he should be able to always stand. So in terms of articulation for this figure, it definitely does what is necessary and doesn't go overboard. It seems just right for this sort of figure.
Overall, NECA has done an amazing job recreating this lovable intergalactic visitor. The sculpt work could not possibly have been any better. This is ET to a T. The likeness is dead on. Even the paintwork does an exceptionally well job of accenting and highlighting the skin texture. These figures are a must-buy for toy collectors who grew up in the 80s, or even if you share a love for this iconic family sci-fi film. You should be able to find these figures at a Toys R Us near you. For more great toy reviews, subscribe to us here on YouTube. For WayCoolNews.net, I'm Mark, and this has been another Way Cool Review.